I recommended this one book to all of our 7-figure clients. I'm one of the few people who have multi-7 and 8-figure clients, specifically helping them with sales and operations and growing their sales and operations and becoming leaders. Now, this book that I've got right here, I first read around a year ago, and it changed the way we operate our business. It developed clear strategy on how we should be managing our staff. And then in turn, it also grew our sales because everything was far more organized. Everything had KPIs. Everything was super refined towards a set goal with scorecards. Now, if you're a business owner, you're making more than 50 grand a month, this is super relevant for you. If you're not making more than 50 grand a month, you will be able to use these strategies after. But if you're making just over 50 grand a month and you're making up to $1 million a month, this is mega powerful for you. The book is Traction. Now, this book here, I'm going to show you how many copies I have. I actually have multiple copies of this book, and they're all sealed. Why do I have so many copies? Well, it's because every time a client starts with us, I actually post this book out to them. We actually send them a pack, and this book is now in their pack and we actually build a scorecard for their business, KPIs for sales, marketing, operations. Everything becomes super refined and organized because in the book, they actually show you the EOS model, and the EOS model is a system how to run the operations of your business. I actually first came across the operations for this business when I was working at a business where I was making 30 million in revenue for that business as a sales manager. Now that company was Virgin Active, and I worked there between 2015 and 2020. In those 5 years, that business was running off this model. So that's the first time I actually came across it, but I was more of an employee. Compared to most people on the internet where they'll tell you, yeah, I'm young, I just started my own business, now I'm mega successful. I didn't go through that route. For 10 years, all throughout my 20s, I worked for 2 8-figure businesses. And those businesses, I was managing large salespeople as director, as a sales leader, and I was training, developing sales teams. Then in 2020, when I went into consulting, we actually have now working with all the biggest brands within the UK and with the leading sales consulting business for businesses that sell in the high ticket space. So if you sell in the high ticket space, and you're a sales leader or a salesperson who really wants to develop, you'll see our community below and you'll see what we actually do. And I'm making a segment on this book and how we actually do the operations for businesses. You know, it's mega powerful knowing exactly what each person is accountable for. So we have a clear KPI for every single person. My creative manager, the one KPI that I actually look for, that actually measures success of, is impressions. But that's for organic, but what about paid? Well, the one KPI that I look for, if it was a CMO, someone above that manager, or that manager progressing up, would be cost per book call. What is a book call costing us? Or total book calls. Because if every person is accountable for just one single KPI, that makes it far simpler to manage that person. What KPI is our video editor managed on? Well, total watch time. What KPI is our salesperson managed on? Well, the sales rep is managed on cash collected. What about the setter? The setter is managed on how many booked triage calls ended up and showed up to a call. So to show up live calls, every single person has one KPI. And the simplicity of having one key metric that you measure someone's success is what makes your business more refined. And I had to actually learn that system, and Traction was an incredible book. So now what we actually do with our business owners is they'll already be making more than 50K. Some would say they're more successful. Every one of our clients are in the 1% club already, but they're not just chasing money. They're chasing true business growth. They're someone that actually wants to grow their business, and they know there's a missing link from them growing their sales. If you think about it in a sense, which is in marketing, one person can generate millions of dollars for you. One person can run the ads, do the marketing. You don't need a lot of bodies. Sales is where people drop the ball because they need to understand operations on how to do the setting team, closing team, the sales manager. It's heavily driven on operations. In marketing, you can get one person who runs ads, manages the funnel, and actually generates a lot of money for you. But to close that money, you have to be great at operations. Most salespeople are terrible at admin. Most sales businesses and most businesses that sell in the high ticket, they have an operational issue. They don't know how to actually set up the meetings, set up meetings between sales and marketing. They don't know what KPIs each person should get. And because they don't have KPIs, there's no clear direction. I only spoke to a business owner this week and I said, what KPIs do you have for your sales team? Well, he said we want to close at 4 deals per week. Okay, great. So what is in place for them to close that? And their calendars were a mess. There's no setting team. They just merged it all together. And the sales manager was progressed up because it was the best salesperson, and then they progressed up to a manager, not giving that person all the tools to be able to win and to be able to manage the team properly. This is the trend for most businesses. Probably 50% of the businesses we speak to, the CEO wanted to just delegate it out and has let go of it too early, or doesn't know how to actually build the infrastructure for that. We build that infrastructure. Not only do we build it, we actually run it with you like a fractional sales manager or a sales director. We build it so that way your business can close the business. All the ad spend that you're spending, all the organic traffic that you're getting, you can then close it. Without that being there, you don't know. So this book was incredible because it helped us determine KPIs, operations, and I combined high level operations, 8-figure operations that I've learned from businesses that were making 30 million, another business that was making 15 million, another business that was making 12 million a year. And all these businesses were high operators. And I combined operations and sales in a high level for sales leaders. Most businesses drop the ball, and that's what we developed for them. And that all came about by not only running large sales teams and sales companies, it was knowing the right operational knowledge and how to apply it. And now we have a clear system for that. So if you're looking to actually build your sales team, you'll see our link below, and you can actually contact us, book a call directly with us, and we can do an audit to see your sales process. Our call is not about, hey, how bad do you need it? It's more about, show us your current conversion on the call, and is there an opportunity to improve it? If that's something that interests you, I suggest you book a call, and we can do an analysis on where you're currently at. If you want to see more videos like this, click on this side right here, and you'll see more of our sales management, sales leaders content, and on this side, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.